One. Hello, bronies, ponies, and Pegasisters. Welcome again to EquestriaTalk. I'm Indigo Wisp.
Static Blitz.
And today we have another guest. named
Screwball.
And you are the co-host for Stay Brony My Friends with Dusty Cat. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's definitely correct.
Nice. That's so like, what is your part? Like, what do you do fully in Stay Brony My Friends?
I'm the co-host slash how would I say it? IRC moderator. When 30 minutes into the show, we usually get in questions from the live audience, and I read them out, pick and choose which one's good, which one was best to avoid, and yeah, and read them out to the host, of course, read out to the person we're interviewing.
Nice. So sounds like you got a pretty important part.
Yeah, it definitely keeps Dusty from doing that while being live on show and all that. That would be quite the hassle, so that's why he hired me. So
yeah. I wonder if it'd be best if we turn camera off, because it seems to be having a lot of problems.
Yeah, it's being a bugger. I'll turn it off for now.
All right, we'll go ahead and turn ours off too, and we'll just make this a voice chat.
Yeah.
All right, come back up here. Screen. There we go. All right. You have a question?
Yeah.
All right.
So, how long have you been working with Dusty Cat?
I gotta look into that actually. I don't know the exact date when we started offhand, but I bet I could figure out in a few seconds. But it's definitely hasn't been a year. It's been definitely a few months. It's I'm not too sure what's the. Ooh, here we go. Okay, here we go. I see episode 2 is January, March, April 9th, 2012, so it's one more before that. So April 2nd then is when we first started. So that's basically it.
Very nice. That's quite a long time, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like it, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, time goes by real fast when you're doing what you love doing.
That's for sure. Definitely.
Alright, here's Indigo again with a question.
All right. So like, how did you get into the My Little Pony series and become a brony?
Ooh, that is a long story. I'll try to simplify it down as much as possible. Actually, I could easily say it in a few sentences. It was first my friend Skipsy. He is an amazing artist, and he managed to find it, and then we worked together at that time, and he came up to me. He's like, oh yeah, there's this new show, My Little Pony, and it's absolutely amazing. And then so I said, well, that sounds really weird, honestly. Why would you want to get into this? We were furries at the time. I don't know if anyone knows what a furry is, but it's another fandom. I kind of moved away from it since I became a brony, but when he started telling me about it, next thing you know, I could see him wearing T-shirts and bringing to work those little brushables. And I'm like, okay, this is really weird. And he's like, you know what? Stop judging me and just watch it. So. Fine, I'll watch it, Skipsy. Let's see what this is. And so he brought me to his house, and we watched a few episodes. My first one being Trixie's episode, Ghostbusters, which was actually kind of sold me right on the spot, because the voice actor Kathy Westluck of Spike, I knew her from previous cartoons that I was actually watching around that time. And I'm like, holy crap, that's what's his name, Dennis from Kid vs. Cat, which is one cartoon that I used to always love watching, and then so that kind of just sold it to me right then and there, and then I just kept coming back day after day to his house to watch the episodes with him, and then I just downloaded them on my iPod and just watched them ever since.
Nice. I actually was my brother got me into My Little Pony. I've explained in other interviews, and I just watched a bunch of episodes on my Netflix on the 3DS.
Nice.
And
We could get ponies on our Netflix, but I live in Canada, so they kind of rip us off.
that sucks. But I actually remember that Tara Strong, voice actor for Twilight Sparkle. I think, if I remember right, she voice acts Timmy Turner in Fairly Odd Parents.
Yep, she does, and that was another thing that really did sell me, because I loved to watch. I still love watching Fairly Godparents. I'm a tongue twister, Fairy Godparents, but I love that show. It's a funny show. So, yeah.
Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents is one of my really old childhood shows that I watched pretty much all my life.
Nice. SpongeBob. Those two I like watching.
Oh yeah, SpongeBob. I've been pretty much there since the series first started.
Same here.
Nice. You got one?
Yeah.
All right.
So, what would you say your favorite part of the pony community is?
Charities. It would actually have to definitely be charities. This fandom so many times have actually come together to donate to charity, and it's like, well, what's a good one? Like Kiki. I don't know if you guys know of Kiki, but Tara Strong has been putting a lot of effort into getting the Brony fandom into donating money for this poor girl that's been suffering from cancer. And oh my God, it's like, and even when I went to Everfree Northwest, that charity that we did there, they raised over $11,000 in just that hour alone, and I'm like, wow. You know what? I love this fandom for that reason.
Yeah, that's amazing. In just an hour, $11,000. That's.
Oh man, like oh God, like was it John Hoseko when he bought out that picture for how much was it? $2,000 some? I can't even remember. But geez, that he would do that is just outstanding. That this fandom can be so kind, so generous towards even people who hate us. We always get ripped on by the internet from like Fox and stuff, and no matter what they try to do, no matter how much they try to put us down, we keep on fighting, we keep on going, and that I just love that. I really do.
Yeah, it seems like what they don't understand is that the more they hate, the more we just want to keep pushing and showing all of them that we can do it, and we will, no matter what they say or do.
That's so true. Yes.
And I remember I was watching Everfree Northwest like every minute of it, and on the Everfree radio. And I remember one part that I'll always remember during the auction is that guy who bought the packaged and signed Derpy doll, paid $600 for it, and gave it back to the person who put it in the auction.
That was amazing. And I talked with him after the auction. I'm like, dude, you are what represents the fandom. You've shown that so much kindness there. That is just amazing. And I love that. John Hoseko's one, and everyone's been giving me a good pat on the back with that $105 group hug that I did with Lee and Peter and Michelle. That was amazing.
Nice. I know I would have loved to have gone to Everfree Northwest. It looked like such a blast.
Oh, it was. You definitely got to go next year. That's for sure.
Well, me and my brother are really hoping to go to some kind of Brony convention next year, and possibly someone on Twitter suggested that we could even get a cameraman, maybe interview some of the voice actors and stuff like that.
That would be really cool.
That would be awesome.
It would. That would be one of my dreams right there.
Which voice actor would you guys like to go for most? Questions on you guys.
My voice actor, probably either the one who does Pinkie Pie, or Tara Strong.
Yeah, why can't I think of it? Not Ashley Ball. I lost it. I just lost it. What the hey?
I can't remember it for the life of me either.
Well, it's morning for me. I'll just use that as my excuse.
Well, it's noon for us, but sadly I have to work.
Oh, fun. I can't believe I can't think of it. That is gonna kill me.
Watch it. You'll probably be in bed, ready to sleep, and it'll come to you right there. And
Yeah. I'm just googling it right now because, oh goodness. Andrea Libman. That's it. There we go.
yeah, it's,
Her Everfree Northwest, and she is just amazing. And Fluttershy being my most favorite pony, I went all fan crazy. I'm like, oh, it's her.
oh, yeah, I changed my vote to her, the voice actor for Fluttershy.
Nice.
She's my favorite pony too. Just I don't know why I'm not quiet anymore like I used to be. So I figure I'd love Pinkie Pie, but I don't know, Fluttershy being so shy and quiet and everything. She's I don't know, just really cute and everything.
She sort of reminded me of me when I was younger, back in school and stuff. I was shy. I loved animals. I even at one point I'm like, oh God, I want to be a marine biologist when I grow up. But it didn't really turn out. I don't really have the brains for that. But yeah, it's she kind of resembles what I used to be, and how much I've changed ever since I got out of school, got a job, and then just ended up being in this community. This Brony community has really changed my life. So.
Yeah, same here. Like, even ask my brother. I used to stay to myself all the time, just stay in my room on my laptop nonstop.
Yeah, there's a big story behind how much the Brony fan has changed my life, because that's a really long story. But I'm thinking I might release it once I get maybe 500 followers on Twitter. I thought, hey, if I ever do get that number, I might do a video recording about myself and telling of how I really got into the fandom. It wasn't just my friend who got me into it. There was quite the sad, emotional story behind it.
Hey, you hear that? Followers of Screwball. Remember, get him to 500 followers. We can hear his Brony story. That'd be really cool to hear.
I'm almost at 350, I think. So I'm getting there, and it's much quicker than I thought it was going to be. I thought I would only get to maybe 100, but there's so many fans to the show that it just keeps climbing. So can't wait for that.
I'm surprised at how many followers I have right now. I have 164, and I mean, I was getting a bunch before me and my brother were even hosting the show, and now I'm getting quite a bit more followers since we're getting recognized now.
Yes, that's good.
Sorry, I'm hogging the mic.
No, that's fine. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Well, the voice actor who you want to interview.
I used to think that I'd want to interview Ashley Ball, because she plays for Applejack and Rainbow, and those were my two favorite ponies. But I don't know who's my favorite pony anymore, so I don't know who I'd want to interview the most. They're all awesome. They all have different aspects that just make them awesome. So I'm not too sure. I'll have to think about that one.
You could try and interview the voice actor for Derpy.
That would be cool, being able to.
I think Tabitha St. Germain was the one that did her voice, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Tabitha St. Germain. All right, yeah. It would be awesome to be able to interview her too, because.
Yeah, she also does the voice of Luna and Rarity. She is an amazing person.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that she played for Rarity and Luna.
Yeah, and she's a really cool person to meet. She was so funny, and I loved her. She was. I think I don't know if this is true, but I heard Everfree Northwest was her first Brony convention, sort of being out in the public with bronies. So, but she said she loved every minute of it. So I'm glad that she got to go to the event, and I'm glad that I got to actually meet her in person. So.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm really hoping that we get to go to some kind of brony convention sometimes. It would be really cool just to meet up with more bronies and stuff. And
Yeah, that's for sure.
What would you say your favorite MLP episode is?
Family Appreciation Day by far.
That's a good
Reason being is when Granny Smith told about told of the founding of Ponyville. Oh my God, that ending to the story always makes me cry. There's not once I haven't, and I'm honestly kind of welling up just thinking about it because the music, the story, it was just freaking amazing, and I just love that episode. Just love it.
It's a good episode.
That is an awesome episode. The very first time I watched it, I was just in awe. I was like, "Holy crap! Granny Smith is the founder of Ponyville!" Woo!
It was even aired right when BronyCon was happening too. They actually Hasbro gave them a disc, and then they're like, yeah, we can watch it now. So that was where I first saw it because I missed the stream. I'm like, hey, why don't I just watch it through BronyCon's live stream? So with Everfree Radio, and then so. Oh my God, I really did cry at that part, and it was amazing.
I especially like how much they just go into the history of Ponyville, like, you know, just how far they go into it.
Yes.
Well, it was before Ponyville even existed.
Well, no, I'm just saying, it's cool how they just come up with all that, with like the Timberwolves and all that, and the Zap Apples.
Zap Apples, that was a pretty cool thing, the Zap Apples. That was fun.
When they did Epic Pie Time, I don't know if you guys have seen that or not.
Yep, I've seen it.
I'm pretty sure most bronies have seen it. So, but when that came out, they saw the episode there, and then they see these Zap Apples, and they're like, "Holy crap! We need to get those into our video." But we're about to show this episode live on BronyCon, and so what they did is they did last minute editing, and they edited in the Zap Apples into the episode, and they released it like an hour after it. So I'm like, oh, that's amazing.
I'm guilty of charge of never seeing it before, so.
My friend Rob Bob, he is one of the guys. He's one of the guys behind it. He is like such an amazing person, and they're also the guys behind Epic Pie Time, Epic Cupcake Time, and Epic Wub Time, and so those three videos just sell it. All three of them are just amazing.
I love Epic Web Time. I used to be obsessed with Octavia.
She's so classy.
Yeah, they did a very good job, the two voice actors. They really got the personalities like spot on.
Yeah, No Whacking did Vinyl's voice, and I love her voice. She does such a good job.
I love the part where she takes out the iPhone, her hoof just pushes all the buttons, just, why do I have this? And just throws it in the fire.
Yeah.
That part was hilarious. But, and then the sandwich part. I love that.
And I also love that they had the guy that loves the challenges. The truth is that was actually a sort of a play of Jason Statham. Most people don't know that, but it's actually that voice right there was Rob, and he was doing his Jason Statham impression. So that's actually what the character originated from.
Nice. All right. I asked a question, I'm pretty sure. Or no, you asked the favorite MLP episode, and then I kind of... Okay, what would you say your favorite song from the My Little Pony series is?
Oh. That is a hard one. Let's see. I really love Small, Small, Smile. Whenever I listen to that in my car when I'm driving to work, I just bust out singing, and tears are flowing, and I'm like, yeah! And oh, that song I'd have to say is probably one of my most favorites, honestly. It's nice and long, it's so well done. It's an amazing piece, that's for sure.
Same here. You can't listen to that song and not smile.
Exactly. Even when I'm like in the dumbest of moods, I would be like random playing through my iPod, and then just bam, all of a sudden I hear the music playing, and I'm like, oh, yep, time to break out singing.
In fact, I don't think you can't listen to any song with Pinkie Pie and not smile.
True that.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time I listened to Smile, Smile, Smile on my way to work, I was at a red light and all these people around me with their windows down. I rolled down my window. I just turned the volume way up. And should have seen the looks I got, and there was one guy next to me that was like, "Yeah, ponies!"
Nice. I don't know if I haven't got to do that yet. Eventually I will.
Oh yeah.
I actually, the first time I've heard whispers about me being a brony is I went to the gas station near our house with my what's it called? Yeah, with a My Little Pony lanyard, and it has a little thing that says My Little Pony on it. And I started hearing them whispering, like, what is that he's wearing? And it's like, My Little Pony, what's a teenager liking that show doing? And I wanted to tell them, like, yeah, I'm a brony, big whoop, but they walked out before I could say anything, so.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I like to wear my t-shirts, my necklaces, and all that. And then so when I'm walking out, I usually wear a leather jacket all the time. I always have it open, and there's just this pony face sticking out. So I'll be talking with someone, and I would see people's eyes just directed right down to my chest where this like Twilight sparkle is poking out. And then so I'm like, hey, how's it going? And I could care less what they think in their head as long as they don't try to express it out loud. No one has yet, which is good. But it's fun when people actually do ask, and then you just want to you tell them about it, and a lot of people are actually really interested in what you have to say about the show. Since I used to work at Full Lab, and I wore these pony pins all over my vest, and a lot of people always come in and be like, what's going on there? And I'm like, well, sit down, because this is a long story.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, you see a guy wearing a leather jacket out in public, and then you look, his shirt is all colorful with ponies on it, and it's like, what the heck?
Oh.
Yeah. Ponies can come in any shape, size, or form.
Oh, yeah, just look at Dusty Cat.
Yes, Dusty. Oh man, he was such an amazing person to hang out with, and whenever we went out and about, there's this big tall guy, and then there's this little old me with my little leather jacket, and we're just walking along, and he's like covered in pony pins, and I'm covered in pony pins, and people would just give us the odd look, and then they would see my Canadian cape that I had wearing on at Everfree Northwest, and we definitely got a lot of looks, but you could care less. It's not like they're gonna run up to you and like diss you out or something. It's not like that. So
yeah, they run up to you with a cross. Be gone! The power of Christ compels you.
I'm gonna perform an exorcism on you now.
Hey, you can give it your best shot, but you're not gonna do anything.
All right. Who would you say your favorite brony musician is?
Oh, this could get me stabbed. I have a lot of friends who are into the brony brony music. There's like acoustic. There's Mando. There's Living Tombstone. There's Cyril. Mike the Microphone, definitely. But I'd have to say Mando, really. He is a true friend. He is an amazing person, and I love his music. He does such a good job at it. And when him and acoustic work together into making a piece, it just makes it all that better. Like, I'm not much into the, rap or dubstep kind of stuff, but I really do love Mando's and acoustics music, because they're just amazing. They really are.
They are.
My favorite song by them would probably have to be Loyalty.
Oh yeah, Loyalty is an amazing song.
And
What's that one called? A Long Way from Equestria?
I love that song. That one, the first time I heard it, I almost cried. I mean, I probably cried a little bit.
I love driving to work, always listening to that, and I always tear up, always do, because it really does, like when you think about it, it really does sort of tell about even your own story, that you're separated from the rest of the world, how everyone just almost like hates you just because you're love and tolerance to the world, but they don't seem to love and tolerate you back.
Yeah, that's pretty much how a lot of bronies are, but that's why we have the brony conventions where you can just be welcomed with open arms by other bronies and Pegasisters.
True.
And I was gonna ask one more thing, but I forgot what it was, so I'm gonna pass it over to Static.
So, do you make any music or art of your own?
I don't. I have made little videos before. I linked you guys my YouTube. I did make these 2 videos that were basically just Skyrim pony things, but I haven't really did too much work towards the fandom. I mainly play the alto saxophone, but it's not like I can just make my own music, play some jazz session, and then people would assume that's ponies. It doesn't really work out that way. So, yeah, I haven't really made any of the music or any stuff like that. I wish I could. I wish I could sing. I really wish I could do something like that, but it takes time, it takes training. But I think even just being on the show with Dusty is enough for me. It's I get to interview amazing people. I get to be with one of the coolest bronies I've ever met, and it's honestly that alone just sells right there.
Yeah, you do a lot for the pony community, because Dusty Cat probably wouldn't be able to do what he does without your help.
That's what he keeps telling me, and it always makes me happy when he says that, and I'm glad that you guys think that too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure most of the ponies that know about what you do think the same thing.
Yeah, I'm glad that a lot of people do. Makes me happy.
I'll pass.
And I just remembered what I was going to say before. It's pretty short. I can still remember when Mando Pony, he can imitate Rainbow Dash's "So Awesome" thing.
Yes, he did that so many times at Free Northwest. It was amazing.
What?
Mando Pony can?
Yeah, Mando Pony can do that. So awesome! I can't do it, but he does it perfectly.
He does. And we always urge him to say it every time we see him. So, and, actually, we're interviewing Mando Pony tomorrow, Monday, on Stay Brony My Friends. So if you guys could tune into that, that would be awesome.
Oh, I will so be there.
Oh, yeah.
I still remember on Everfree Northwest, they had one of those head scratcher things that Mando Pony really hated. I can't remember what they're called, but I've had one used on me before, and I know where he's coming from. It's so weird. It's like it gives you a shock, and you just need to get away from it.
What did Michelle Creeper call it? I think she called it like a torture claw or something, and she would always chase after him with this claw thing, and he just freaks out and tries to avoid her. Oh my god.
I would run away from it too. I don't like the feeling of the thing. I just, it gives you a shock and a shiver down my spine.
Yeah.
So I know where Mando is coming from with that.
Yeah, it's a torture device for him.
Alright, what are those other ones?
These ones are all you.
Oh. Where's the other paper? Trying to look for our questions.
It's alright.
You got them right here. You know, right on top of your. And you know the white paper that's sitting on top of your black laptop.
Oh, shut up.
It's kind of hard to miss.
Okay, who would you say is your favorite pony?
Yeah, like I said before, definitely Fluttershy.
Oh, sorry.
If it comes to the background, like I like to separate them. A lot of people even do this in the questions. People like separating from the main 6 to the background ponies. Background ponies, now that is a hard one. The obvious question for most bronies would be Derpy, but I think that's pretty much for every brony. So I'm not gonna say Derpy. Oh, geez, Louise. actually have this blanket that shows every single character on it.
Oh wow.
And I'm just trying to look through the. You know what? I would have to say, maybe God. I just standing up.
A lot of choices.
Say again?
A lot of choices.
Oh, there is. There definitely is. I don't know. I'd have to say maybe Lyra. She is a cute pony. I really like her. Maybe even Vinyl and Octavia. Those two are really. You know what, Octavia. I think hands down Octavia. I just thought through it. It's definitely Octavia.
Yeah, mine would have to be Octavia or what was it? Those two sisters, Flitter and something else.
Oh yeah. No, not Blossom Fort. That's the stretchy pony. I can't remember. Yeah, actually, well, another good background pony. It just came out of nowhere. Is the that pony Hugh Jelly, the one that's obsessed with tubs of jelly. That one.
Strangely obsessed with tubs of jelly.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone calls him Hugh Jelly, which is the perfect name for him.
Yeah. And then there's that other background pony. He's only in one episode. He's that guy who just screams, "Yeah!"
Yes, Snowflake. Oh my goodness. There was one guy at Everfree Northwest that had a cosplay of him, and this guy was like an actual pretty ripped guy. So he would just run around and he would just scream in your face, "Yeah!" And I would have an instant heart attack. I'm like, holy oh my goodness.
It's like someone's cheering and he just, "Yeah!"
Yeah, he did it a lot. You could hear from across the freaking hotels. They're like, oh yeah, there's Snowflake.
So the pony's name is actually Snowflake?
Yeah, that's a lot of people call him. There's another one, but I cannot remember what he got two names, so I don't know what the other one is. Something about steroids, I'm pretty sure, but yeah.
Okay, you got one? Or are we... I think we're running out of questions.
Almost, but we got a couple more.
Well, it's been a half hour minute.
Oh. So. Do you have an OC or anything?
I don't. Every time I try to create one, it's just like, I don't like this one, I'm gonna move on and try a different one. That doesn't work. I keep trying, but I can never seem to figure out the pony that fits me. And honestly, since my name's Screwball and since everyone's been tying me into that 2-second background character, I almost, as bad as it sounds, I almost have to say that she might have to be my OC, just because people have always been connecting me to her, and it's just like, fine, you know what, I'll just say that Screwball's my OC and just deal with it.
That's funny.
Well, that's a good choice. I mean, no one's really ever chosen her, so...
Yeah, that's a unique...
There might be the occasional Twitter person that's like, I'm Screwball_FIM or something, and I've had some chats with them which are pretty fun, where we're like, oh, Discord's mine, and then we'd have some fights about it, and I'm like, don't make me bring Dusty in here, he'll fix this right now, and then they're like, oh god, the mustache!
The mustache.
Everyone knows me most for Dusty's minion, not Discord's minions. So I almost like to say that Dusty just went out, beat up Discord, and then stole Screwball as his own.
You know, people say so much about Dusty's mustache. Like my brother here one day, he's like, Dusty, other mustaches go to your mustache for permission to grow.
Some people go like that his mustache would take over the world, or that it might take there was one question. I think it's the one person said something like, "Are you worried that your mustache might come alive and just take over the world or something?" I can't remember, but there's so many references to the mustache being its own body entity, and it's basically its own living form.
Dusty Cat's mustache has become pretty much as popular as the Chuck Norris references.
Yes. Another thing I actually loved at the fandom, and maybe not just the fandom, but Michelle Kreber brought out that Kreber facts. I don't know if you've seen those before, but it's been all over Twitter where it's basically like Chuck Norris jokes, except it involves Michelle Creeber. So then people would say, what's one that I might have said to her? Oh yeah, I remember saying something like, Michelle Creeber does the singing parts for characters that she doesn't originally do the voices for, and then I put hashtag Creeber facts. And it just they always make her sound so badass, and she loves them to death, and she always retweets and favorites them. So the Brony fandom's been going all over that. So it's basically like Chuck Norris jokes, but I even made one to her saying, Chuck Norris jokes are fake and aren't actually true, while Creeper facts are true. And she went all crazy on that one and retweeted that and everything. So.
I remember this guy tweeted that his car broke down or something, and he said, I wish Michelle Creeber were here to lift up my car because I heard she had superpowers.
Creeper facts.
I thought that was hilarious, but I didn't know about the Creeper facts at first, so I thought, what? And I figured now maybe that's where he got it from, was Creeper facts.
Mm-hmm. It's really good. It's really cool. Everyone's been having a blast with that, and she's having a lot of fun with that. And I actually missed Saturday Night Songs last night, and they actually had Mando Pony, and I can't remember the other guy was on there. I'm like, oh, I was at a friend's house at the time, so kind of missed it. But I still had fun because we were playing this this Wii game called Mario. Oh, you saw that on my Twitter, didn't you?
Yeah, the Rainbow Dash thing.
Yeah, the question was like, what's the name of Princess Daisy's jump move that she uses or whatever, and then it was like Daisy jump, cutie flower trampoline, and then it just said Rainbow Dash. And both of us just instantly freaked out, paused the game, and then I grabbed out my S3 and took a picture, and then we both chose Rainbow Dash as the answer, even though it clearly was wrong.
I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I don't really like Sonic, to be honest.
I don't either. I really don't. I like the old ones, but the new ones where he has a voice, where they're always using rock music, it's basically that they're trying too hard. They really are. Yeah. And it's like each game that they come out with, it just seems like they're like I tried one of the most recent ones, or one close to recent. I think it was called like Generations. I thought that one was going to be good because it was basically kind of bringing back the classic Sonic, but sort of a 3D effect looking to it. I thought that was going to be cool, but then next thing you know, cutscene, voices, a guy pretty much sounds exactly like Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and I'm just like, oh goodness, I don't like this. Please just end it.
Yeah, I do like the old Sonic. Like, we own the very first one ever made, and so that one's fun.
Sega Genesis, just because we have it on the Wii.
Well, we own the Sega Genesis one, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we have a game machine that can play Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, and Sega Genesis games,
Yeah,
and so
Retron
2.
Retron 2, that's it.
And we own the Sega Genesis Sonic.
Nice.
Yeah, and apparently on the Wii version they like hold your hand a little bit more, but on the Sega Genesis version they don't.
Oh goodness. I'm still pretty bad at any of the Sonic games. I always die. I never have the reflexes enough to avoid things, and it basically makes me just want to throw the control. I'm like, no, I can't even do this.
But the thing about the Mario games, even the newer ones, they kept the same feeling to Mario, even in the Mario Galaxies.
Yes, I really did play all the Marios. Always played them at my friend's place and whatnot, and they're all amazing. Like, I don't think there is any ones I even hate. I even loved the new Super Mario Bros. Wii. That one was tons of fun because, one, it was co-op, so it's basically bringing back the days when you had split screen, and everyone, except for it wasn't split screen, but being able to play with your friends, right, all your buddies right next to you, just brings back that good old days like the N64 and stuff when you're like, oh, it was amazing. I really liked that one.
On our channel, actually, one of our videos is of me and my brother playing an episode of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and that's something we're kind of starting up. Is kind of we're gonna play that until we beat it and stuff.
Nice. Because they came out with that. I kind of wasn't like. It was that special pack that they came out with. Those I think it was like 25 years of Mario.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is. I like how they like remade the first one to make Mario look like the one from Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yeah. It definitely brings back memories, that's for sure.
Alright, do you have any more questions? Or?
I think we're out of questions.
Yeah, we're out of questions. I'm guessing you all can tell by the Mario questions.
Kind of running a blank. I wish we had more, but...
Well, it's a 40-minute interview, so that's a good one. That's a pretty good one. But yeah, I think we're gonna end the interview here because I gotta start work because I gotta start work and stuff like that. So thank you, Screwball, so much for guest starring on our interview.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for having me. It's been a blast. It really has.
So I'm Indigo Wisp.
I'm Static Blitz.
And Yep, he is Screwball. And yeah, don't forget to check out Stay Brony My Friends with Dusty Cat and Screwball. And remember that when was it, Monday?
Every Mondays, 5 o'clock Eastern, I think it is. I only know my own time, which is 6 o'clock Mountain Time. So yeah, if you can do the conversions, there you go. Watch it on everfreeradio.com.
Yep, and don't forget they're having Mando Pony. So I'm definitely checking that out.
I love Mando.
I like how he kind of do you know PewDiePie?
Oh my god, yes, and he's like, I'm Mando Pony.
And when he exits the video, he always says that. Meh.
Oh man, I love PewDiePie. He is an amazing character.
He is. But I don't know. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this too. But I kind of prefer Tobuscus.
I like Javascus. I watched one of his kind of recent videos, which was a Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
And then there's I can't remember her name, your companion, and he's like, allow me to translate for you. No, don't translate.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god, and he's like, I can't even see it, and he's like, and then he gets it, and he's like, this is the amber tablet. The aged and rough stone feels like the skin of your girlfriend. Just kidding, she's 10. She's 10.
And at the very end of the video, the fairy disappears. He's like, "Thank you." Cutscene ends. She comes out.
Oh god!
That was hilarious. Yeah, everyone check out Tobuscus. He is hilarious. Same for PewDiePie.
Yes, definitely.
All right. We are really going to end it now. So thank you, Bronies and Ponies and Pegasisters, for viewing EquestriaTalk, and Brony on, everyone. We'll see y'all later.